My name is Trace McSorley. I'm a 24-year-old NFL quarterback from Ashburn, Virginia, and I'm a white male.
I'm Chris Williamson. I'm 28 years old from DC. I currently work in New York, and I'm black.
I'm Monica Jones. I'm 29 years old, and I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I am half black, half Filipino.
Hi, my name is Olivia Bertels. I'm a 29-year-old teacher in Chicago, and I am white.
When did you have a mature understanding of race?
When did you feel like you had a mature understanding of race?
A mature understanding of racism, and what factors contributed to that?
And what factors contributed?
I feel as if I had a mature understanding of racism that same day that the boy called me an N-word. I feel as if the way that my parents had explained the way that some people would treat me was very enlightening.
I had a basic level of understanding of race when I was all the way through high school. Always had, like I said, been taught to love everyone, not based on the way they look. And I think that was something that I always carried with me through high school. But really having that mature understanding of racism probably didn't come until I was in college. And I really kind of was able to have, some roommates who were African American, kind of able to just kind of sit back and kind of see how they were treated by people.
This is a hard question for me to answer. I think something that I've come to terms with, even just in the last couple of years of my adult life, is that being an ally and being, living your life in a way that is actively anti-racist is, I hate this word, but a journey and a process. And so I never want to say like, oh, I've arrived at understanding the complexities of race, because I will never have arrived. I will just continue to arrive over and over again and add to my understanding. That being said, probably not until I was in grad school. So my mid-20s, early to mid-20s.
I would say about 17 or 18, so junior, senior year of high school. And look, my parents made sure we knew our Black history. We had Black History Month placemats, right? We even had Black History flashcards that we had to learn. They were very pro-Black. We understood what it meant to be Black, and we were very proud of that.
They were definitely looked at differently. We'd, walk in somewhere and everyone automatically assumed that they were athletes. I think that was, whether it was, they happened to be right, but I think there was underlying reasons of why people kind of just automatically assumed that.
I participated in the social justice program called Operation Understanding DC, where they brought 30 Black and Jewish students together to learn about each other's histories and cultures. And then we went on the Freedom Riders journey for a summer to learn about the route that the Freedom Riders took and all the different challenges that they faced. And so we were learning about, for Black people, we were learning about our history, more about that. We were talking to civil rights leaders. We were talking to so many different protesters that were in these marches, like Sandra, so many people. And then we learned about Jewish people's history, right? And the rabbis that came to help out. So that was something, those factors really led to me having a great understanding of race.
And I think really the biggest thing for me that helped was hearing them have conversations, in our apartments, in our houses that we were living in, and listening to them and just kind of realizing some of the things that some of them kind of had gone through at times growing up.
If I had to cite like a single factor for me, it would be listening to Black women. A lot of these women I encountered obviously on social media in the teacher world, but a lot of them are activists that I have come across, on Twitter, on Instagram, by listening and to the news and engaging with them and compensating them for their work that they do in educating me.
I watched my parents work hard in going from public housing and a very poverty-stricken environment and staying unified and bringing us to the suburbs into a safer environment to grow in. And I always watched them do that, despite how others would treat them, despite what the outside of our household looked like.
I think just being around a lot of different guys and different backgrounds and races and becoming really close with all of them and being able to listen to how their experiences were growing up really kind of helped to develop my mature understanding of what race is and how it plays a part in society today.
Those factors really led to me having a great understanding of race, but it's ever evolving.
But I'm still working at it.